Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is how to ombre nail foils in 4 different ways. Okay, so I've already started off and I've prepped my hand. I've gone in and applied the easy tips and I've done my clear base as well. So now that I've done that and we are ready to proceed with this design, I'm going to come in with the Glitter Planet foil mate, which is the transfer gel, and I'm just going to be applying that to the free edge of the nail. So you want to start where the natural free edge ends. Of course, if you want to do it higher up or lower, you do it wherever you feel comfortable with doing it or where you want your ombre to kind of begin. But I'm just starting it from the free edge because these nails are super long. We have a lot of room to play with. So I'm just applying that foil gel evenly all the way down the length of the nail tip, making sure that it's completely coated in a nice even layer. And once you've finished applying the foil gel, you want to make sure that you then cure it for a full 60 seconds in the lamp. You want to make sure it's done for a full 60 seconds and then allow it to air dry for between 30 and 60 seconds. But whilst it's air drying, you can go ahead and cut your foil anyway, or pick out the design that you're using so that you're not kind of sitting and waiting, because everybody knows that waiting for something to dry it just feels like it takes forever. So yeah, whilst it's drying in the lamp and air drying, just choose your foil, cut it to shape and get yourself prepped for the next step. Of course, I just wanted to let you know as well that all the products that I do feature in today's video are available on my website, which is glitterplanetuk.com, and I will be sure to link everything down below. So if you want to check it out, then definitely do that and use code NINJA5 for 5% off. So the nail foils that I'm using in today's video are the Galaxy foils. You get 10 pieces in a set, and I just loved this kind of blue, I don't even know what you'd call it, like almost like a water marble look, but I just loved it. So I decided to choose this one for this particular set, but of course you can choose whatever you want. There's floral foils, like super metallic foils, anything. Literally endless when it comes to foils. So yeah, I'm just unraveling this and using my scissors and just cutting a nice amount. You will find that you only use a little bit, so definitely don't throw it away. If you've got spaces that still have the image on there, I always put it to one side because you can just use it in another set rather than pulling off a new piece. It's good to use the whole entire piece if possible. So now we've selected our foil piece, we're just going to go ahead and wrap it back up and pop it back into the storage box and just move it to one side, and this is the piece that we are left with, which is going to be applied to the nail. So during that time I was allowing the foil gel to air dry after fully curing in the lamp for 60 seconds as well. So it's had plenty of time to really get that tacky surface ready for us to apply our foil. So I'm just going to place the foil where I want it to go, and then I'm going to go ahead and just use the super scraper pusher just to push on that foil and make sure that all of the image transfers. So you can use whatever pusher or scraper you have available, it just helps really transfer that image. On the next nail I won't use the scraper, and you'll see that some of the image doesn't transfer just because I missed a spot basically to push down. So by using a pusher or a silicone tool to rub on that image, you're just making sure that you get all of the areas and that it's been firmly pressed onto the nail. So even though I tried to make sure I did it thoroughly here, you can see when I remove that foil I've missed quite a large gap, but never mind, you just go back in with your foil and press on and the image will transfer. But it's just, I find it super easy just to use a pusher or a silicone tool to rub on that design, and it makes sure that all the image transfers nicely. So I'm just going to do that for the rest of the nails, and then we will be back for the next step. I would love if you could go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe as well, and turn on that notification bell to be notified as soon as I do another upload. Also, don't forget to check out my beginners playlist where I have all my beginner nail videos. So if you're learning to do your own nails or becoming a nail tech, I share all my tips and tricks, and it's just a really fun educational playlist that I think you will really enjoy. I honestly absolutely love the nail foils. I think they are so versatile and the possibilities are endless, and honestly when you take off that foil from the nail, seeing that design just left on the actual nail is a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of, I'd like to say mind-blowing. I know it's not mega mind-blowing, but it's just super satisfying seeing, look, how that image is just transferred onto the nail with such little effort. It looks so good. I love using foils and I'm definitely going to use them more often. I forgot how much I loved them. So now that we've applied our foil and we've got them on all of the tips, I'm going to come in and share with you 4 different ways on how to incorporate these into ombre nails. And they can act as really good feature nails in a full set, or you can have a full set of them, whatever you fancy. But yeah, I'm just going to share how I would do 4 different styles of ombres using foils. So we've already got that image on the tip, and now I'm coming in with the Nailmate Perfect Pink acrylic. So this is a opaque acrylic. You want to make sure that you've got kind of an opaque acrylic so that it's going to cover that blend line. So I'm applying the first beads straight where the nail foil finishes, and then blending down to do my ombre. So you want to make sure that you remove the liquid from the back of the bead so that you get the full opacity in the powder, and that way it's going to disguise where the foil starts. Once you've applied your first bead and blended that down into the foil, you just want to come in with your cuticle bead, allow that to flow slightly, pat it into position, and then blend into the other bead that you've already applied. And that is it. We will come back and encapsulate all of the nails at the end, but that is your ombre, your basic ombre using foil and acrylic, and I love how it looks. It is super, super effective and looks fabulous. Okay, so moving on to the second type of ombre we can do. It's basically the same as the first, however this time we're going to add a little bit of glitter to that tip just to create a little bit more of something going on the free edge. So rather than just having a foil, you can layer it up and use glitters. It doesn't mean that you can't do anything on the free edge just because you've got a foil applied. So I've laid down some clear acrylic, and then I'm just coming in with that loose glitter, which is Shining Light Chunky from Glitter Planet, and I'm just randomly placing that over the tip of the nail, just in random spots, just to add a little bit of detail. So you do want to allow that glitter to dry just a little bit before coming in and doing your ombre over the top. I definitely didn't do that, and you will see me in a little minute struggle with a couple of pieces of stray glitter that obviously wasn't set, and I dragged them up over my cover powder. So I've applied my first bead and blended that down over the foil and the glitter, and that's just going to start off our ombre. And then I'm going to come in with my next bead just above the first one and blend that down into the existing acrylic that I've already applied. And this is going to... Next I'm going to come in with my final cuticle bead and do exactly the same, blending that down into the existing acrylic that we've already applied, and then that is that nail done, and we can move on to the next style. So for this next nail, it is incorporating the similar thing again, because they are all ombre nails. I just wanted to show you different techniques on how you can incorporate them differently. So first off, we're not going to start at the foil where it finishes, we're going to start at the cuticle area. So we're going to apply a medium to large cuticle bead and just blend that down the nail, making sure to create everything nice and flush and nice and smooth. Once we've got that blended down, we're going to come in with that glitter. So the loose glitter is going to kind of act as the blending substance, you could say. It's going to be the camouflage where the cover powder meets the foil. So we're going to apply it right where that foil ends and where the cover powder starts, and then we're going to gently feather it up the nail and feather it down the nail, and this one looks super pretty. I think it's actually one of my faves, and the next one that we do as well is my fave as well. I just think they look absolutely super, super cute, and they are so effective and easy to create, especially if you're not good at kind of like hand painting or art, but you want to add a little bit more pizzazz to the nails. Foils can come in so many different styles, colours, patterns, so really you can create anything, literally anything. So moving on to the final nail, this one is going to be a complete glitter and foil ombre. So I'm coming in with my clear acrylic, just laying down a nice wet layer, super thin. We don't want to create any bulk or structure with this. It's literally just to grab onto that glitter. And then picking up some of the loose glitter and placing it where the foil starts, and then we're going to do that. You're just going to come in and cover the rest of that cuticle area and blend it down and build up that glitter just so that it's covered the nail entirely, and then we're going to come in and encapsulate. So this is how everything is looking now, and honestly it looks fabulous. You could even have this as a full set. I would definitely wear it like this. Even though they're all ombres and kind of a bit random, I think it still flows really nicely together. So what we're going to do now is come in and encapsulate the entire set in crystal clear acrylic from Nailmate, making sure that you are completely encapsulating that foil, because when we come to shape and file, you don't want to kind of destroy that and remove any of that product. We want to keep the design consistent and fresh underneath the encapsulated acrylic. So now we have finished encapsulating. I've filed and buffed off of camera, and I'm going to come in with Nailmate Super Gloss. I'm just going to apply a nice glossy layer over the entire set and make everything pop and shine and really have this design come to life. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I love how it turned out, and I think I'm definitely probably going to do another video like this but with a different design because it just looks absolutely gorgeous. I love it. As always, the products will be listed down below, so don't forget to check them out. I hope you've enjoyed this and learned something from it. If you did, then leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. And as always, please remember that you are bomb.com lit as fuck, and don't ever let anybody tell you any different, because you've got this and I love you. Mwah. Bye.